Oh hi there big boys and welcome to my review of the Padre for Nintendo Switch. I didn't like this game at all, to be honest. Which is a shame because, I mean, the actual game might not be too bad, but it just doesn't really work very well on the Switch. And there's a lot of weird sort of problems I have with the game which I don't particularly like. So let's get started, shall we? So firstly, the game runs absolutely awfully, like genuinely terrible. Like I'm pretty sure the game doesn't even run at 15 FPS most of the time. But there was randomly in certain rooms the game would run at 60 FPS, so I don't know what's going on there. Because sometimes the rooms were bigger and they would run better. So yeah, a bit odd there. I think there's some sort of weird issue, and there's also a really terrible input lag problem, and makes the game really difficult to play, especially when you end up having to do combat, which by the way is really terrible. The combat consists of you pressing the right shoulder button and hitting them with your weapons, and that's it. Well done. And it's really boring. You can also hold down the button to do more damage and block, but you know, it's just the graphics are quite cool though. I like the graphics, to be fair. They suit the game quite well, and they do sort of make everything look a bit similar and kind of hard to tell where you are all the time, but I do think it looks quite cool. It's all like voxel based, kind of nice. So basically the game's like Resident Evil, basically, if it was Minecraft Resident Evil if it wasn't very good. Yeah, that's how I'll describe it. It also has this very strange save system where you sort of respawn in the last area you were at most of the time, but not always. There was a certain area where it kept respawning me back to like maybe 10 minutes before, which was really annoying. And to make matters worse, it looks like after you die a certain amount of times, the game just resets the entire, like it deletes your save file and you have to start again from the start. And I've never been a fan of games that do that. There's no point of games doing that. All it does is frustrate people. Who's ever gone, oh well, I lost all my save files and now I'll start again. No, they're just not going to bother playing the game again. They're just not. So it's stupid. I mean, admittedly you have to die a lot of times, but as I say, this happens a lot in this game because the game runs terribly, so it's hard to see what you're doing, hard to tell what you're doing, hard to tell where you are. If there's enemies, you're probably alright, but there's a certain enemy that can one-shot you, even if you try and attack it, and it's in a certain area where you can get lost incredibly easily, and I'm pretty sure if you played this game you'll know exactly which area I'm talking about. It's like a sort of void area. Yeah, I just didn't like it. It's about 2 hours long as well, so you're not really getting great value for money, and I just don't think this is a good idea for anyone to be purchasing on the Switch. I mean, maybe if you want a game like Resident Evil on the Switch and you're willing to go through some tedium, and to be honest, some not great level design. Some of the puzzles aren't, I mean, I'd say most puzzles aren't too bad. It's normally a case of just interacting with everything you see, basically, but because it's hard to say where you actually are, and the map does get quite large, it means it can be a bit difficult to know what to be doing, where to be going. But if you are going to play this game, I would definitely recommend you play this on PC, not on the Switch, because it just doesn't work on Switch. Barely it works, at least. And yeah, I just don't like games where you have permadeath. And I mean, if a game's like designed for it, then that's cool. But this game I felt like they added on just for just randomly, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Not for me, and I don't think it will be for many people. But oh well. So that was the Padre. Thank you for watching me, boys. It's an important time, and bye.